Yo, what's up? This is Steev Esquivel from Skinlab, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
Cool. Hey, you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. I am Bruce.
I'm Chris.
Wow. That's very deep.
Here, I'll do my best James Hetfield. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm Chris.
Beautiful. I'm sure that sounds just like him. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't tuned off already, we've got Steev Esquivel, I believe his name is. He's going to be the front man from Skinlab. These guys are pretty freaking heavy. I don't know if you had a chance to check them out from like Oakland or the Northern California area.
So heavy.
So heavy. And if you want to hang on, we'll go ahead and get him on the line.
I'm going to do the whole interview like James Hetfield. Yeah.
That would be... Let's see how long he lasts. He'll last about 10 seconds and be like, all right, I'm done.
Hey, you have a problem with it? Yeah.
The other dude was like, are we talking about winter fillet or are we going to talk about soup? I'm not sure what we're talking about.
Me neither.
All right, it's ringing. Steve.
Yo.
Hey, how are you, man? Bruce Moore and my partner, Chris.
Nice to meet you, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Really good. All things considered, you know.
Yeah, how you holding up and all this?
Yes. Yeah, we're holding up pretty good, actually. Just moved down to San Diego, so we got out of Bay Area. And now we're self-quarantined in San Diego.
The better places in the world. That's nice down there.
Yes, a little better. Well, we love the Bay Area. I've been there my whole life, but it's time for a change.
Nice. The whole band go, or?
No, no. We're all scattered around. Snake still lives in the Bay Area, so that'll still be our hubcap.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go there to drink the water.
That's right. You're too close.
Yeah.
I guess it's quite a bit warmer where you are compared to the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's our first house at the pool, and we got a beach. You know, we're out down here, and it should be pretty cool. I also work for a bus company, so we'll be slinging buses once the doors open up, and this is probably a little better place for me to be slinging them out here. So, Yep.
Nice.
Got to stay where the business is. The industry's still surrounded me, and yeah, pretty stoked. See, exciting.
And with all the technology, I mean, you guys don't need to be together in the same place anymore. You can kind of just bounce things back and forth, right?
Yeah, we live 20 minutes away from each other, and we see each other when we go on tour. No love loss. It's just, we've been a band 20 years. And when we see each other, we pick up where we last left off. That's what brothers do.
So I'm gonna jump all over the place here to start with. And you just mentioned it was one of my questions. You ever imagine you'd still be doing this 20 years later?
Yes, sir.
Was there ever a plan B, like an escape hatch, or was it all in?
I always have an escape hatch. Yeah, I'm a carpenter, painter by trade. Most of Skinlab throughout the years have been. We all have homes and everything. It's always been a plan, but to give in has never been an option. Musician for life.
All right.
Yeah, once it gets in your blood, it doesn't leave.
Yeah, no, I mean it's going into the next generation. My son's a drummer, upcoming drummer, pretty badass.
Nice.
He's going to be taking the name and rolling with it here soon.
So what is it like then, if you just mentioned the next generation, what is it like going to a Skinlab show? Obviously you're not going to one now, but Skinlab show where like people like myself are bringing their kids, you're getting multi-generational things. That must be pretty cool, right?
Yeah. We're a new band to a lot of people, and our old fans are bringing, their kids and their wives, and it's really cool. Before this album came out, we were touring. We had done a few tours, and the turnouts were pretty sparse, and not too many people coming out. But I mean, we didn't realize that people want new music. They want new music. We had to get that going. And when we released the album, the last two tours we did, I mean, people were coming out, man. It felt really good. We felt really proud of ourselves. I mean, the motto has always been for Skinlab, one more than one, and we'll throw the fuck down. Well, after 20 years, 20 years, 12, 24, 175, 1,000, then you go play 200, then you go play 40 people, and it's pretty up and down. So we like to take what we get, but it's been it's great. The new generation is they seem to be digging the record, so it's cool. And when we get on stage, we're not your normal band. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're into metal, we pretty much we walk away friends or fans.
Yeah. Do you find it difficult or to become more engaged when there's less people, or is that not even an issue? Like if you go out there, you mentioned you played to like 20 people or 4,000. Do you prep differently, and is there a different kind of mindset?
No, you prep the same. You go in there. I have my road manager, and I'll usually ask him, "Do we have a rock show?" And he's been with us 20 years, so he'll look at me and straight in the face. Nope, not tonight. or he'll be like, "Yeah, it's a rock show. Let's do this. Get ready." I usually disappear about a half hour before we go on to kind of get in my frame of mind, so I have no idea what's going on in the club. And but once we go on stage, the lights go on. That's when it's time to work. And I've been known to be a little bitch when there's a couple of people there, but that's just human nature. You want to make everybody happy, and sometimes it's just really hard. I mean, we played to one person before. We played to one person for a Metal Hammer secret show in England, where the biggest booking agent in England was there watching us.
But I imagine at the end of the day, that one person spent his paycheck to come see us, so it shows a show, right?
It was a free show, but yes, he paid his gas. Right? He paid his gas money to get there. He took his part of his life to get there, and that's what we appreciate, and that's what we'll play for. We did play. Unfortunately, that night my hand was beat up, or someone had a Munson hand. It was numb. It wasn't working, so it was. We called it a day. Got down there and hung out with the dudes. So
there you go.
Nice.
So he still had a story.
Yeah, he's got a hell of a story.
It's not fit for radio.
Chris?
Oh, man. So 20 years later, how has technology changed the way that you guys write?
Oh, well, I don't know much of technology. Snake is the engineer and producer of the band. He, pretty much him and Ulrich did this record together. I pretty much, the music that I contributed, which is probably most of it on this album, it's old school. I write the music, I write the choruses, play them on guitar, and I sing them, and that's pretty much what came out this album. As far as lyrics and stuff like that, technology could go back and forth and freaking go over Snake's house, come back home, send in a producer. The writing process was pretty much like, a normal writing process. I would write the music, bring them to the studio, and the band would, put their input in and kind of take my, what we call sausage finger drums. I would get my idea across and bring them to the drummer, and he'd be like, "Oh, yes, I get it. That's horrible, but yes, I get it."
I always laugh because producers, when they talk to drummers, it's so funny.
Sorry.
They're always like, "Hey, can you do something like ba-doo doo doo da-da-da-da-da?" And the drummer's like, "Yeah, okay."
No, exactly. No, it's totally like that. Because this is the first album with our new drummer Fabian. And I'm a drummer by heart, and I think Ulrich has a wide knowledge of percussion, so it was literally like that within the click, tick, tick, tick. It's like, "No, Fabian, can you go? He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." And he literally do it. We're very, very fortunate to be working with our drummer, and the way that we recorded this record was kind of the recording process was, based off of new technology. We sent stuff from Snake to Ulrich back and forth for months and months and months. Ulrich produced this record, right?
Yeah.
So production means help arranging, putting in references, listening to the music and letting it, and he lived to that record. And I gotta say, without the, technology today, I'm really not sure that we would have been able to make the recording that we did. So yeah, there's a double-edged sword that you got to live by. You want to keep it original and kind of flowing, hand to mouth.
Sure.
But then you also want to take care of, you want to jump in and use all this technology that's out there. And so it's a good world out there for metal, for music.
When you're writing, are you like considering how the song is going to come across on stage? Like this would be a great place for whatever, a breakdown or a pit, or are you writing a song just for the song's sake and then adapting it?
No, everything's all thought about live. After you've made a couple records, your first record, usually we're like, shit, we didn't think about the people. We just thought we're just jamming in the studio. This is fucking awesome. Up and down, dynamics, everything's cool. A lot of shoegazing, and then you bring that to live after, your first bunch of shows. You're like, hey, okay, yeah, that slow, satanic ballad just isn't working.
Yeah.
Right. But, it's definitely a give and take throughout many, many years. And we definitely write, one for the live aspect and just the energy that's coming out of your body when you're writing.
Yeah. I've got one more in the writing process, and I'll let Chris jump in. When you're writing, is there a message or a takeaway you want your fans to walk away with after listening to a Skinlab record?
Yeah, throughout the years, we had like an open interpretation, of my lyrics and everything. And I just, this record, I felt that I wanted to keep that going, but be a little more direct. The whole album is about knowing yourself. It's about the whole album is based off of the title track Venomous. The world today, especially on the internet, everyone is just so desensitized. Everybody's out to, voice their opinion, even when it's not even asked. Everyone's quick to stab someone to get what they want out of somebody. The love hate in the chorus of Venomous is, that's it. There's so many, ups and downs and just kind of lefts and rights in this world. And I thought we'd take a little tag on it, but the most of it is just, acknowledging and trying to overcome a lot of the bullshit that we're living today. The lyrics are pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I'm watching as we speak. I'm watching for the third or fourth time now the Amerikill video, and it's definitely pretty current event related.
Sure. Well, Amerikill has two meanings. Amerikill I wrote because I don't necessarily have an opinion on gun control. Mm-hmm. I have an outlook, and that's what I presented through the lyrics, and that's what the lyrics were about. Amerikill. You see on frickin' YouTube a little kid, in the ghetto fucking around with a fucking gun, putting bullets in a gun, loading a fucking rifle, but then you see, a farmer or whatever, killing his cow, putting them, to rest to feed the family. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways of using a gun. I feel that me personally, it's not the gun's mistake. It's a person's. Right. And that's just my personal opinion. That's what I wrote Amerikill about. And then we thought we'd have a little fun and kind of twist the two together. It's just all about knowing yourself and the protection that you have within yourself. Now, the whole video, we kind of had a little fun with what's going on today. And that just portrays this knowing your surroundings,
What's that sound?
What do you hear?
Bruce, are you typing?
Listen,
wow, old school.
This guy, fuck, he doesn't know. He's lost complete control over what's acceptable.
Dude, you still have a typewriter, bro? Come on.
Hey,
all right.
On a side note, Microsoft, in Word, they just got rid of the double space after the period. I don't know how I'm going to get over that. But anyways, we don't need to talk about typing. We're not here to talk typing. But anyways, you were talking about working with Ulrich as a producer. Is this the first time you've worked with him?
It is. It's the first time, and not the last. We're looking to go. I'm hoping to do my solo album with him, and then I think we're hoping to do the next record with him too.
Because he's done quite a few like killer records. What was it like working with a guy that has? I don't know. Like, to be honest, I'm kind of new to metal. So I'm still learning. What was it like working with someone that's done so many killer heavy records like that?
Yeah, it was very intimidating. Fortunately, we got to know him a little bit through just kind of back and forth online and communicating that way. And then when we finally go out to go record there, he was such a nice guy. Very professional, very well spoken. Doesn't get excited about much. That's because he knows what the fuck he's doing. We went in there just knowing that we were in fully capable hands. We lowered our guard and we let him do his job. Having said that, I mean, the guy recorded, I think, every one of my favorite records.
Yeah.
I was taking every day looking at fucking White Pony,
Yeah.
Around the Fur, freaking Static X up on the wall, all this stuff. And I mean, we were actually recording while Static X was recording their new stuff, and he didn't even tell us. We didn't even know. We're like, probably because I would have fucking fanboyed out and camped out in his driveway, But yeah, it was just an amazing experience all the way around. He's a beautiful person. His family's awesome, and we can't wait to get back there. And I would definitely recommend any band that wants to go get what their band sounds like. I would recommend you go to him.
Well, that's one thing that I often wonder about, because some producers go in and the producer has a sound, and some producers go in and they get the band's sound.
Yes. Well, I mean, I've got to say, I mean, we've worked with a lot of great producers that are still. Let's just go out and say Andy Sneap. He recorded almost all of our records except for our last one.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy has made a sound for himself. He has his sound.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing. There is no doubt about that. I have every single one of his records out in my car. However, I don't think it was the right move for Skinlab. Not that we could even afforded him or track him down. He's busy.
Right.
And he's in Judas Priest now.
Yeah. After he did Firepower, that was, that record sounds epic, first of all. But now he's in, like you say, he's in Priest. It's like, okay.
Yes, sir. And a dream come true. I mean, I can't wait till they make a movie about him. We've been very fortunate to work with killer producers. I mean, our boy at home, Juan Ortega, Andy, and now Ulrich. I mean, it's just, we're very fortunate. So yeah, I'm glad everyone's really digging the record.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I often wonder about that, because I'm a recording engineer myself. And I've worked with producers that force their vision onto the band, and I've worked with producers that pull the band's vision from the band. And neither is right or wrong, I guess, depending on the quality of the material, but the band's always return to the producers that pull the best from the band instead of force their signature onto them. So I'm always curious.
Yeah, no, I think that's a producer's job. I think a producer's job is to know the band. They already know themselves. They already know what they could do. But when a new band comes in, that's the problem that we've had with a couple of our producers, that they didn't take time to know our music. I mean, not a couple of producers. With some people that we've worked with, is that, they're like, yeah. I mean, I've had bands where my band sounds unique, we're going to bring it into you, and they're just going to slap on the frickin' Metallica fucking, Black album.
Yeah.
And, drums, and then give me the Machine Head snare drum. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, no, I don't want that. Let's start over. Then sample my shit and use that for someone else if you want.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Which is the case. I mean, from what I've heard, Disembody the New Flesh, which is our second record, is a pretty well-known record to Bix to. People will go and A and B their record to that album, because Andy's a badass,
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
and we're no slouches either. I mean, that is us.
Right.
No, the first time
a little part in it.
The first time I heard a Sneap record,
about what we're doing.
Yeah, the first time I heard a Sneap record was 36 Crazy Fists Bloodwork. And
yes.
And that snare sound was just crushing. I was like, holy fuck.
No triggers.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, no triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have those are my boys, 36.
Oh, really? Are they still? Last
Yeah, I
heard.
got them signed to Roadrunner. I discovered them from Alaska.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah, those are my brothers right there.
That's amazing, man. Are they
And
still?
and they're the reason. I mean, if you hear a little bit of difference on Revolting Room, it's like there was such an influence on me. Not only did I sign them, I mean, they influenced the fuck out of me and the whole world.
Yeah.
You know, Broccoli's got a fucking unique voice. I mean, yeah, it was a great record.
Yeah. No, it was like, well, I had no idea that was going to happen. But anyways,
All their records are amazing. Now they're producing themselves, bro. You got to check out the last 2 albums.
yeah,
Amazing.
I haven't followed them since I can't remember the record after Bloodwork. But
Oh man! After they left Roadrunner and you got free record, you stopped following them.
No, I didn't get free records. I was buying those records, man.
Okay.
But I got to go check it out now. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Please do.
Yeah. So congratulations on the record. I think it sounds killer.
Oh, it's great.
And do you have anything else, Bruce?
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 things. One, shit, I just forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's go to 2. You seem to have a sense of humor. Can I ask you some fucked up questions that have nothing to do with Skinlab?
Bring it on.
We kind of do this in the end just to try and create a few laughs here and there. Or not. You may hang up the phone on us, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Hell no.
Why? I know it's early in San Diego, but come on now.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? No. It could be a manwich, though.
A manwich. Oh.
Yes. Take that one.
See,
Love
Bruce, that was like one of those statements right there. You got to fish where the fish are. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Very
Don't
obvious.
I've got a new one for the show. I've been doing my research, so you're the first one we're going to try this on. You ready?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Put your thinking cap on. If the number 2 pencil is the most popular in the world, why is it still number 2?
Oh shit! Did they even make it number 1? First off, and then I don't know. I would. Well, the fact that okay. Well, check this out. This should bother you. We don't have pencils in schools anymore. So
True.
we could be up to 99 by now, but all I know is a pencil's called an Apple Pro now.
Yeah, you're right. Hey,
And
why
it's a very expensive pencil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, why are there no B batteries?
Oh my God, that's a good one.
Dude, I think you need a job at Ripley's or something.
All right, can I give you one more?
Absolutely.
At a movie theater, how do you know which armrest is yours?
Listen, this is easy. I squeeze out. Me and my wife get the left and the right, and the right, if it's hers, it's mine. So I'm good.
Well, what do you do about the other side if there's a person that's doing the same thing? If they think that's the left and the right?
I don't ever allow that to happen.
So you don't bump elbows at all.
So I got you there, buddy.
All right, I know I'd lied, but I got one more for you since you're a good sport. Since you're a good sport. What was the best thing before sliced bread?
I'm Mexican. Tortillas, brother.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm batting 5 for 5, I think.
You are batting 5 or something. Like, we'll give it to you anyway because these are all nonsense. We just like to mix it up a little bit. Hope that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything different or special to keep in contact with fans during all this nonsense, or are you?
We've just talked about that. Yeah, we just came off the road when all this happened, so we were decompressing. So now, now that I've moved, we're going to get together and do some Zoom thing. I think we're going to get up and just make ourselves available to talk to fans as a group. And if we can get anything else after that, jamming together, maybe we're thinking about doing some special recordings.
Awesome. That's all. That's all I've got. Chris, you got anything else?
I don't, man. I really appreciate you taking the time with us today, and
Oh, dude, I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for remembering us.
and
Hey, no worries.
and putting
Thanks
up with
for putting up with
Bruce.
Chris's song. Yeah, I think Chris's questions were a little off the chain today, so sorry about that.
I got number one with tortilla.
Hey, I didn't.
Yeah, I think he did it.
I didn't pull out the tomato soup question.
No, but we still don't know why there's no B batteries. So
Yeah.
Next time.
next time, right? To be continued. Anyway, Steve, I want to thank you for taking. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Stay safe, brother, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Be well.
Cheers.
All right, later.